Hello guys and welcome to Hackman Traders. In this video I'm going to be showing to you how to use the MACD moving average convergence divergence. Now this video is all about the MACD, how to use it, how to use it in trading your stocks, and how to know where is how to identify the entry and exit points by using the MACD. So let's get started. Now MACD, if you want to load it on your chart, go to the indicators, scroll down, and somewhere, yes, here, this is MACD. Now it load on a chart. There would be two lines on this chart and a histogram that would show shapes above and below. So now to better understand this to better understand this MACD, what you will do is, now this blue line, let me this blue line, this is a 26-day moving average, and this is a 9-day moving average. Let me see it. Let me see it. Okay, it's a 26 and 12, yes, 26-day moving average, and this is 12-day moving average. So now if this line is trading above this red line, so it means that the trend is moving in the up. It's an uptrending. The stock is uptrending. Now if this red line, if you consider this red line, this is the moving average of this 26-day moving average. This red line is the moving average of this blue line. So to better understand it, when the crossover happens at a certain area, it means that the trend will change its course, and it will either, when the blue line crosses over the red line and the blue line moves above the red line, then this means that the trend has changed course and it's turned from a downtrend to an uptrend. Now in this case, if you take a close look, one crossover at this area, the trend starts to, although it happened, it turned up on the red line, the blue line turned up on the red line, but again it turned down and it was a downtrend. So in these areas, the buyer showed interest and pushed the market upward. So in this case, you will also have to consider the shapes of the histogram. Now these shapes are the volume. So how much the buyers want to, the bigger this the larger the volume, the bigger the gap between these two lines. So as you can see here, there's the bigger the line, the histogram line, the bigger the distance between these two. So as this size decreases in this histogram decreases in size, the gap also start to decrease in size. And now at this crossover, so as you can see, the buyers now are willing to step in the market at these areas. So take a look at down below at the dotted line. So the shape starts to decrease in size as the buyers are willing to push the market upwards. Now the blue line crossed over the red line and moved in the upward direction. In this case, the histogram was silent. So whenever you recognize these areas, how to trade now, whenever you recognize these areas, like this area, or the shape starts to decrease in size, so then that's a great point to enter into the trend, to step into the trend and trade along with it. Now if it is also possible that you enter into the trend at right at the crossover, and then the trend will move along, and then you will move along with it. Now in this case, the MACD was noisy, but in this case it was silent. It is silent as it is trading in the side trend. Now as the trading happens, it it decreases a bit, but then it gained momentum and moved upward. As you can see, this is all about as the shapes forms and the shape deforms. So the increase in the volume of this histogram shows that the bigger the if no if the histogram is below, then it means that this 26-day moving average will trade below the 12-day moving average, the below the red line. The blue line will trade below the red line if this histogram forms below its center. If it forms above the center, then it means that this it forms above the center of this center of the histogram. Then this means that the blue line will be trading above the red line, or will cross the blue line will cross the red line and will be traded above the red line. So in this case, as you can see, you can take a clear look at it at these areas. The trend was bearish overall, from how much to 41 to 29. It was quite bearish. So in this case, the turnover happened and trend starts to decrease. Now in this case, you can see that the histograms, the volume was rising, then below, and then rising, forming a shape. And then at these levels, as the histogram was decreasing in size, then the distance between these two lines also decreased, and this area, this blue line crossed over the red line and moved upward. Now in this case, the same thing happened. As I purchased stock at this level, so it was a mistake of mine that I made, but I am still waiting for it to show me positive results. Now in this case, the trend is still, now it formed a bit of a side trend, but in this case it shows that this will be more of a downtrend, but I'm going to wait for it to show me how this will perform. Now as you can see, take a look at it below. It decreases a bit in size, but the overall volume was the same. So I'm going to wait for it to show me positive, as I'm already in loss. So I'm going to wait for it to show me how this trend will do if it starts trending more. So I'm going to wait for it to show me positive results. Now in this case, take a clear look. It's now, I bought at this area, and then it starts to decline. So and in this area, the turnover, the crossover happened, and then it traded in this direction. So that's the mistake of mine that I made of investing in over. Overall, that was the method of using the MACD. Now the best areas to enter into the trend are when the histogram is below the center. Then the best area to enter the trend is when the histogram starts to decrease in size. The bars start to decrease in size, and which will eventually lead to the crossover of the two lines. The crossover of the blue line over the red. This will happen. But if the histogram is above the center and the bar starts to decrease, then what you will do is you will have to sell your stock or sell your stock or short your position as the as the bar starts to decrease. You will have to sell your stock or short your position at that level, and which will lead you to the crossover of the blue line over the crossover of the red line over the blue line. So these are the things you will have to keep in mind, and overall you might have learned something from this video. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market. All I need you is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.